Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today we're going to have story time, and I've got my little friend here, Lucy. Hey, Lucy, how you going?
Hi. Hello, everybody. So good to see you today.
We've got this amazing friend, Daniella, Lucy, haven't we, that has a story that we would like to share with others to show how brave this little girl was in times of uncertainty. Will we start that? Will we show them what we're going to talk about, Lucy?
Yeah, let's look at that.
So the book is based on a real life story. It's Daniella and the Queen's Magic Potion, written by Susan Wright, illustrated by Queensland's own Lee Groves. Safe and effective, they say.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, well, that's what they say. So let's have a look and see what Daniella's story tells us today. So this book is dedicated for the Daniellas and the Daniels who dare to stand alone.
1 Corinthians 16, 13 to 14. Be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, and do everything with love.
Not long ago, in a land down under, lived a bright young girl who was filled with sweet wonder. Her name is Daniella. She was happy and free. She had lots of friends and loved her family. She played many sports and at work did her best. She believed in herself, and for that she was blessed. But her life took a turn, as you will soon see. Quite unexpected came a royal decree.
I am the Queen, you must listen to me. Drink my magic potion and you will be free. You have nothing to fear. It's very protective. You'll never get sick. It's safe and effective.
Daniella thought. The Queen's magic potion isn't for me, for I am young, I am fit, and very healthy. But Daniella's friends heard the decree, so they all ran out to have 2 drinks, you see. They said, "We've drank the magic potion. No more playing with you. You're selfish and dangerous. You'll give us the flu." Now Daniella was sad and feeling left out. Her friends had big fears. Of this there's no doubt. Still she believed, the Queen's magic potion isn't for me, for I am young, I am fit, and very healthy. Bad news kept coming, and the very next day the Queen and her chiefs had more things to say.
I am the Queen, you must listen to me. Drink my magic potion and you will be free. If you refuse, into Magi-Camp you will go. It's ready and waiting for those who say no.
Her boss declared magic potions required. Drink it right now. If you don't, you are fired. So she found a new job to keep a roof overhead, packing thousands of boxes in a rusty old shed. Then came the mandates for Daniella's team. Everyone hated it, but sport was their dream. To drink the magic potion was the only way to stay in the team and still get to play. But Daniella stood strong and wouldn't give in. She knew in her heart to drink wouldn't win. Day after day, all through the year, the Queen and her officers created more fear.
You have to drink more. 2 is not enough. If you want to be free, of your life will be tough. You must drink, 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 and you'll be set free to sit in cafes and sip cups of tea, to travel across borders or meet at the club to watch a good movie and, of course, keep your job.
But Daniella was banned. She was not free to sit in cafes and sip cups of tea, to travel across borders or meet at the club, to watch a good movie, and she did lose her job. She wasn't allowed to visit her nan, who was sick in hospital. For this too, she was banned. Now, Daniella could have been terribly sad because all this division was terribly bad. Instead, she found joy and walks by the sea, hiking up mountains where she could be free. She made new friends who believed it was true. Faith and hope and love was their motto too. She found a new team who lived healthy lives with a brand new coach who helped them all thrive. But best of all, and quite out of the blue, came a company boss she already knew. He heard of her strength and how she stood true. He gave her a job and a fancy car too. She thought to herself, I'm so very blessed, even through hardship and times of distress. I never surrendered what I knew to be wise, to believe in myself, and this is my prize. I'm so free as can be, no matter the times, she gives her decree. The Queen's magic potion was never for me, for I am young, I am fit, and very healthy. Now, whatever happened to the Queen and her team? Did they get full control with their magical scheme? Time will soon tell as the potion years close. How will it all end? God only knows. I'd like to share with you Bella's story. Bella was who this story is based on, her story, and how through the pandemic that she was affected. And here's some words from Bella. It felt like I was having a bad dream and I couldn't wake myself up, but it was real. In 2021, my life was turned upside down. I was just 23. I would lose my job with a major sporting organisation. My roommates would ask me to move out. I was no longer free to go to cafes, movies, concerts, football, games, and so much more. I wasn't even allowed to travel in aeroplanes or across state borders, all because I've refused to take it. The voices of our Australian leaders and media declared that people like me were selfish. I was going to make everyone sick. I would be responsible for the deaths of countless people, and then I should be locked out of society unless I obeyed. Those in power were going to see to it that my life would be as miserable as possible. Deep in my heart, I knew that I didn't need the COVID vaccine. I also knew that God had my back and I could put trust in Him. But this was the toughest decision of my life, and it was just plain awful. On deadline day, I was summoned to the head office to present my case. Overwhelmed with emotions and tears streaming down my face, I said no. The following days were a blur of heartache and despair, uncertain of my future and what lay ahead. Thankfully, I had the unwavering support of my incredible family who stood by me, helped me navigate this terrible time of persecution, division and isolation. Little did I know at the time that God had magnificent plans in store for me, plans that would help me surpass my wildest dreams and expectations. Stay strong, Bella. And she quotes Joshua 1:9. There's so many Bellas out there that also went through the pandemic and said no and stood up to the corruption and the lies from the government, and that we are now seeing that rightfully so. So I hope that when the next one comes around that you also will pull on the strength of those that have gone before you, the Daniellas, the Bellas and the Daniels of this world. Stay strong.